Hello friends, in this video we'll create our first API of this third phase development, and that is user register API. Back to editor, I will open user controller class, app, http controllers, API and user controller class. To work with user registration API, we need to work over this register method. This method we hit using post request type and also will pass form data. We can get all those data by using request object. So first we start with data validation. Then by using user model class we save all the data into tables. So here user model and finally response. So let's start first with data validation. So I will use request object validate method. So to create any user, we need values for name, email, phone number and password. Let's go to users table, users structure. So to create any user, we want values inside name, email, phone number and password. It means all these fields are required. So here name, email, phone number, password, all these fields are required. So let's add form validation rule that is required. So I will copy, let's paste in front of email address, phone number and password. I will use two more validation rules for this email value. So whenever any user will enter any email address should have a valid email value. So here email, and also we want that user email address should be unique throughout users table. So here we have another rule called unique. So this rule says that the email what we enter should be unique inside users table. So this is all about data validation. Now next, I will use the concept of user model class to save our users data inside table. So here user, I will use create method, and inside this create pass an array here. Let's pass the field name. So name, email, phone number and password. So this is all about the column names of users table. Now next go inside this name field. So the name field value we can get access from request object. So request by using this name means this is the name. So here we have the name value we are assigning into this name field. Let's copy. For this email value we'll have the email key. For phone number we have this phone number, and for password here we have for the password. One more thing, we don't want this plain text value inside password field. Instead we want a hashed value. So I will make use of hash facade. So here hash, I will use make method and just pass the plain text value. So once we pass this value inside this make method, automatically it will convert a plain text value into a hashed value. So I will go at the top and first I will import this hash here. So use hash. Now we can see that this hash is coming from eliminate, support and facades. So by using this hash we are calling make method, which is converting a plain text value into a hashed format. So finally all done. Let's prepare a positive response. So return response JSON person array status equals to true, message equals to user registered successfully. So finally all we have done with this register method. Let's quick do a unit testing. So I will start first the development server, PHP artisan serve, press enter, development server started. So let's copy project URL, copy link, back to Postman. Let's pass it here /API/register. If I go first inside API.php, routes folder, api.php. So to call register method, we need to open register route, and this route will hit using post request type. So go inside dropdown and select post here. Let's pass some parameters. So headers, the first header will be accept, application JSON. Then we need to go inside body, select form data, and here the first value will be name, email, phone number, and final password. Let's pass valid values. So name, this is the name of user, email address, this will be the email, phone number, something dummy value, and password is from 1 to 6. So initially I will not pass any value. Let's click on send button. Now we can see validation is working. Let's pass now the valid details. Click on send button. User registered successfully. Back to table. Click on browse. Now we can see the first user now created inside users table. Let's quickly create one more user. So I will go here. This is another user. Let's pass the same email value. I am changing only the phone number. Click on send button. Now we can see another validation error message, that is the email has already been taken. This is all about the unique validation rule what we have added in front of email value. Let's pass something different here. Click on send button. So successfully we'll see the second user inside this table. So this is all about user register API. If we talk about one more validation rule for password, so pipe, and I will add confirmed. Let's go back to Postman. Click on send button. We can see we have another validation error message, that is the password field confirmation does not match. Now to fix that error, what we have to do, we need to add a rule here, means a field here, that is password underscore confirmation. So this is the key what we have added, and the same password we need to pass here. Let's pass something different, that is from 1 to 7, which is invalid. Click on send button. Already we have that message. Now let's pass the valid details. It means these two fields now matching each other. Click on send button. So email has already been taken. It means it is working. Let's pass click on send button. So successfully inside our table we'll have one more user. So this is all about user register API. If I go to checklist, so this is all about our first API, and from this video now it is completed. In the next video we'll discuss all about next API's development plans. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.